What's up, guys? I am Constvnt, and today we are talking Shadowlands DPS tier list. If you enjoy this video, please be sure to like and subscribe, and check me out on Twitch. So there have been some noteworthy developments in the past month and a half for the DPS tier lists in Shadowlands. So let's break them down. Alright, so this is the DPS tier list breakdown from Wowmeta. And look, I know it's Wowmeta, but there's a reason I'm starting here. In the past month and a half, just about everything has changed, aside from Sub-Rogue, Demo Warlock, and Enhancement Shaman. Sub-Rogue is still number 1 here. Demonology is still sitting at number 16, and Enhancement is still at the very bottom. Now, these changes are pretty consistent across all sources, but the biggest changes can be seen in Unholy DK, BM Hunter, Ellie Shaman, Frost DK. But before you BM Hunters and Frost DKs get too upset, these estimates are very inconsistent with other sources. Beast Mastery is 21 here, but I know that it averages around rank 9 elsewhere. Frost DK is ranked at 20 here, but averages around rank 7 elsewhere. And Sub-Rogue is still the king according to Wowmeta, but other sources have it sitting around rank 8. The specs that are consistently leading the pack across all sources are Destruction, Affliction, Shadow, Marksmanship, and Frostmage. I've included tanks and healers in this first list because it puts the position of bottom performers into perspective. Remember that there is still quite a bit of time before Shadowlands releases, and I have my doubts that Assassination Rogue and Fire Mage will barely be outperforming tanks. Not going to say anything about Enhancement Shaman, other than the fact that I really hope that they improve. Unfortunately, they can be found in the bottom third of just about every list that I have come across, and it's been like that for months. Alright, so we're going to move away from Wowmeta now. Alright, so this is the information from Icy Veins. Their findings have been much more consistent with other sources in the past month, and I think that this is safer information to go off of than Wowmeta. The biggest changes here in the past month and a half are Fury Warrior, Havoc Demon Hunter, and Elemental Shaman. The consistent top performers here are going to be Affliction, Shadow Priest, Frost Mage, Marksmanship Hunter, and Destruction Warlock. Again, much more consistent with other lists. Shadow Priest and Affliction Warlock are looking like a solid lock for S tier in Shadowlands. I would be very surprised if anything changed with them. I could see their position changing 1 or 2 spots, but I wouldn't expect anything significant to change for either of those specs. Frostmage is also looking promising everywhere, and I personally think that Marksmanship Hunter is going to join Shadow Priest and Affliction Warlock in the S tier. So I've put together a list based off of what I've found over the past month, compiled about a dozen sources, so let's get into that. I see Shadow Priest, Affliction Warlock, and Marksmanship Hunter as top contenders. I think Frostmage, Frost DK, Destruction Warlock, Sub-Rogue, Boomkin, and BM Hunter will be strong. I think that of those, Frostmage, Destruction Warlock, Sub-Rogue, and Balanced Druid are most likely going to be the best of that group. I expect Unholy DK, Havoc, Assassination, Arcane, Elemental, Fury, and Ret to be middle of the road. I think that Fury is going to see some improvements before Shadowlands releases. I would like to see Windwalker get some love before Shadowlands, but I don't know if that's a reasonable expectation based on Blizzard's treatment of monks lately. And I would like to see Enhancement and Demonology get some attention from Blizzard. Though again, I'm not sure if that's realistic. Look, there is obviously some time before Shadowlands releases. Pre-patch has been very discouraging for some people, but try not to let it get you down because Blizzard doesn't really focus on balance for pre-patches. They focus on balance for expansions. Last pre-patch was an absolute disaster, Well, I guess that shouldn't be too reassuring since BFA was also an absolute disaster. But I wouldn't worry. Personally, I think that they're going to work out a lot of these issues before Shadowlands drops. I would probably be worried if I was an enhancement shaman, maybe a survival hunter, demonology warlock, windwalker monk. I mean, there's just really no way for us to know what's going to happen between now and then. This is a tier list, but it's also, for me, it's kind of a safe list. I think that if you're playing one of these classes listed on the right, you're probably safe. Probably. Only probably. But hopefully, there aren't going to be any major changes to these classes. They have been consistently strong through the beta. If that wasn't reassuring, I apologize. Let me know what you think will be the best DPS spec in Shadowlands in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.